Hey everybody, welcome back to the program. We're inserting a new segment into this program. It's called Wake Up Your Sleepy Friends. Hey buddy.
Huh? What?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to wake up.
What? I thought I was all over.
Nope, not even close. You fell asleep and your buddy who sent you this wants you to hear what's about to be said.
Oh, okay. Can I get some coffee first?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you better wake up quick, because suppression's at our doorstep and we gotta go. Vaccine door-knocking instructions revealed. Joe Biden rolled out his door-to-door vaccination agenda at full speed. The Federal Emergency Management Agency assembled, quote, surge teams to bring door-to-door knockers to local communities as early as next week. However, some states did not wait for federal oversight. Over the weekend, Illinois volunteers took part in the Community Health Ambassador Outreach door-knocking project to increase COVID vaccine acceptance and received an instruction manual from the campaign team. Volunteers were instructed to ignore no soliciting signs and stick to their script, which included directions to inform Americans that vaccines were, quote, the first step to getting our lives back, end quote, and a part of the solution. Hey, Sleepy, you still there?
Yeah.
Good, because you're going to want to hear this next part. The vaccination status of taxpayers would then be added to a database to present, quote, important information that the health department is relying on, end quote.
What kind of data from me are they relying on?
Well, how are they going to use this data? However, they did not specify how the Department of Public Health would use this medical information. Okay. It kind of sounds like they're being ambiguous for a reason, huh?
Yeah.
So you think they're just going to go door to door, nothing else?
I guess I don't know.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm listening.
DNC Biden allies pushing SMS carriers to crack down on vaccine misinformation spread through private messages.
What?
Biden allied groups, including the Democratic National Committee, are also planning to engage fact checkers more aggressively and work with SMS carriers to dispel misinformation about vaccines that is sent over social media and text messages. You didn't think they were going to tap your personal text messages, did you? The goal is to ensure that people who may have difficulty getting a vaccination because of issues like transportation see those barriers lessened or removed entirely. One conservative group focusing on college and university campuses has reportedly used SMS services to push out petitions for its supporters to sign. In one such message, Political noted the group used SMS to ask followers to sign a petition blasting the administration's door-to-door vaccine program. White House COVID response director Jeff Zients responded to criticism during a press conference saying, quote, organizations that are feeding misinformation and trying to mischaracterize this type of trusted messenger work, I believe you are doing a disservice to the country and to the doctors, the faith leaders, community leaders, and others who are working to get people vaccinated, save lives, and help end this pandemic. So now they're not only trying to control the public sector, which is social media, but now they're trying to tap into your private text messages as well. Did you know that, Sleepy?
That's crazy.
Oh, that's just the tip of the suppression iceberg. You want to see what else? FBI asks people to report family and friends showing extremist behavior. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. On Sunday, the Federal Bureau of Investigations asked people to report their family members and friends who were showing extremist behavior in an effort to, quote, help prevent homegrown violent extremism, end quote, the FBI said in a tweet. Wait, so they want your family and friends to turn you into the FBI? For what? The strategy says that experts and evidence have shown today's domestic terrorists include those who espouse, quote, racial or ethnic bigotry and hatred, end quote, as well as, quote, anti-government or anti-authority sentiment, end quote. However, anti-law enforcement ideologies such as those espoused by Antifa and Black Lives Matter were not mentioned. How have I not seen any of this coming? Because you get lied to on a daily basis by the mainstream media? Good point. And not only that, but Capitol Police are going to start using military surveillance equipment on citizens to identify emerging threats.
This just keeps getting weirder, man.
Last week, after Nancy Pelosi announced that they would be opening state police offices in key regions across the country, which I did a story about over on Locals, which you can find down in the description, the Capitol Hill Police are now being reclassified as, quote, an intelligence-based protective agency, end quote. They will be given access to high-powered U.S. military surveillance equipment that is traditionally used to monitor enemy forces in war zones.
What in the world is going on?
On July 2nd, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin granted the use of 8 persistent surveillance systems ground medium units. The equipment will be added to the current security infrastructure and be used to help assist steady-state missions and monitor U.S. civilian actions to identify emerging threats. The technology was frequently used in Afghanistan and Iraq to gather intelligence on enemies in hostile regions. Now it is being used to spy on and create intelligence profiles on American citizens. Did you really think they were going to stop there? Wait, there's more suppression? You didn't think they were not going to go after the kids, did you?
Oh boy.
Kids kicked out of school because of their parents' beliefs. 2 moms say it happened to their children, and now they're pushing back.
Now, the pair have been campaigning against what critics call critical race theory, and they say that Columbus Academy one of the best-known private schools in Ohio, expelled their kids.
Several hundred parents have joined the Pro-CA coalition campaign to rally against what they call political extremism. Organizers tell us they believe Columbus Academy is discriminating against conservative thinking and pushing progressive ideas on race.
Yeah, but didn't Governor Ron DeSantis outlaw that type of teaching in Florida? How long you been asleep, man? Since like November or January or something like that. Thousands of teachers pledged to break anti-critical race theory laws. Oh. More than 5,000 educators have signed a petition vowing to break anti-critical race theory laws being considered in multiple state legislatures, as the controversial curriculum faces a reckoning in districts across the country. The Zinn Education Project launched the effort in June and singles out proposed legislation in 21 states, which the signers pledged to violate should they become law. Quote, the major institutions and systems of our country are deeply infected with anti-blackness and its intersection with other forms of oppression. To not acknowledge this and help students understand the roots of U.S. racism is to deceive them. We, the undersigned educators, refuse to lie to young people about U.S. history and current events, regardless of the law. But I mean, parents are standing up to this at school board meetings, right? I mean, they have the right to.
Public schools in Loudoun County, Virginia, like so many schools in this country, have gone insane in the last year. They've essentially stopped teaching. Instead, they're indoctrinating children with creepy and poisonous racial theories, master race stuff. So parents in Loudoun County have been revolting against this, not just right-wingers, by the way, not just politically active people, people with kids in the schools. Why would you want your kids taught some bizarro, poisonous racial theory? It's disgusting. So the school board didn't want to hear it. They're as out of touch as most of our institutions. They just didn't want to hear it. So they had the meeting declared an unlawful assembly. One parent called Jod Tigas, a man from the community, was arrested. Watch this.
You guys are actually supporting the suppression of people's rights.
John, are you refusing to leave at this time?
Yes, I'm refusing to leave.
Kids too. Deputies, please arrest this individual for trespassing.
Hey, Sleepy, you awake yet? Uh-huh. And are you awake yet, too? This is just a smidgen of the freedoms we're losing on a daily basis. Something seemingly new is coming out every day. I don't know if you got overwhelmed by everything. I don't know if you thought this was just another election. I don't know if you thought this was just politics as usual, because it ain't. I could have picked out 100 more examples of what's coming out of this administration. Treat this like a PSA and send it to a sleepy friend or family member of yours, because we gotta wake these people up quick. Subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one.